Check it out, y'all. Yep, did it again. This is an old footage of the XR250. That's a new bike. That's an XR400R, 98. What y'all think? Let's walk around it real quick and then we'll go ride it. Yeah, it's old, it's busted up, but y'all, we've been through this before. Y'all know how it's gonna turn out. It's gonna be awesome. It's pretty good. Motor seems good, it's clean. It's got some rough edges, yeah, but nothing that isn't manageable for sure. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I just want to go ride it. Let's go ride it. Let's go that right there. That's a cemetery. I thought it'd be appropriate to do this reveal over here by the cemetery because when Mrs. Hermit finds out that I bought this thing, I'm going to be over there anyways. What do y'all think? Think we'll get first kick? It's hot. Maybe if I put the clutch in, it would help. Let's see. Find that top dead center. I think I got it. First kick. This is going to be a good bike. Yeah, so far so good. You know, it's only cost $1,000. A lot can go wrong before I feel like it was a bad deal. So, we'll see. The dude that I got it from was a Chrysler guy, which explains why he doesn't know a good machine when he sees one. Otherwise, he probably would have asked for a lot more money for this thing. This thing's really awesome. But I can't do too much. I can't get too excited. I'm holding myself back. I can't go crazy because I'm not familiar with this bike yet. I don't know, like, these tires, the suspension. I don't know if it got bad manners about one thing or another, so I gotta kind of take it easy until it kind of build some trust in it. But yeah, speaking of trust, let's talk about this, because Mr. Hermit don't know about this bike because she didn't want me to get another bike. You know, she didn't really want me to get the 250, but I was like, hey, look, I'm riding Ned's bikes all the time anyways. What's the difference? Let me just ride my own bike, all right? And so I got the 250 she wasn't happy about. And I told her, you know, the people on TubeTubes keep asking me how that 250 compares to 400, and I don't know. I think I need to buy a 400 so I can tell them. And she's like, no, you don't need another motorcycle. I'm like, I understood the words she was saying, but they just didn't make any sense. You know, like, what do you mean I don't need another motorcycle? She's like, you idiot, you can only ride one motorcycle at a time. You only need one motorcycle. Okay, now guys, you know, right? Every one of us needs the exact same number of motorcycles. It's a universal number. We all need the exact same number of motorcycles. One more. So I don't understand why so many women just don't understand that, but that's just the way it is. It's a nature thing, you know? It's like the golden ratio. It's just the way things work in the universe. So, yeah, I had to get another motorcycle, but I hadn't told her about it because she'll be pissed. Well, I kind of told her. You know, when I got back with it, I stashed it in the shed before she could see, and then she asked me why I was home from work late, and I was like, well, I saw some motorcycle parts on Craigslist for an XR400, and I stopped by and picked them up. I just didn't tell her it was all of the parts. But now I know a lot of you guys have that problem. A lot of you guys maybe haven't got your first motorcycle yet. Maybe you got a bunch and you need the same number as the rest of us, and she ain't understanding. So let's talk about that. Let's make that topic of this video. Like, forget about the introduction of the XR400. This is more important. What do you do when you need another motorcycle, and you all do, and your wife just won't have it? Because a lot of us have this problem. Some of us don't. That's really nice, but a lot of us got the problem where we got the woman who does not understand about the motorcycle. You know, and some of them even are like, you know, it's me or the motorcycle. That's a tough call, I know. I mean, let's face facts. I mean, for a lot of us, every single time we're with our motorcycle, it does nothing but bring us happiness, pure joy. Can we actually say that about our women? Can we? Yeah, I didn't think so. This thing's kind of sketchy, but I think it's the tires. I'm just not used to these kinds of tires. I probably have them overinflated for dirt bike tires. I inflated them like dual sport tires. I think you can't do that. what do you do if you want a motorcycle and your wife or your girlfriend, your significant other says no? I say do what I did. Just get it and don't tell her about it. Yeah, just don't tell her. Don't tell her about it until you really have to. You know, and it's actually good for your marriage. You know, this is my thinking on this. This is good thinking. So, hang on. Watch out for traffic. All right. So, marriage is based on trust, right? You know, like a solid marriage is based on trust. You got to have trust, right? But trust is like a muscle. You have to exercise it, right? If you don't use it, if you don't stress it a little bit and let it build back up, then it just gets weak. It's one of those things where, you know, if you don't use it, you lose it. So you gotta lie. You gotta lie to your wife every once in a while so that you know that, she trusts you, right? I mean, what if you couldn't lie? What if you could never lie to your wife because it would basically be the end of your marriage? That's a fragile marriage. That's just terrible. You don't want that. What you want to be able to do is just lie to your wife and just have her know, you know what, he's probably lied to me, but so what, right? That's a strong marriage, right? But you know, that doesn't happen overnight. You got to get them used to that, right? So if you lie to your wife, then you're exercising trust, you're building trust, and we just said trust is that foundation for a good marriage. So if you really care about your marriage and you really love her, you got to lie to her. Oh my God. Woo! This thing's awesome. Oh my God. You know what? This might be the one. It might be. Now I know some of you may not have been exercising trust as much as I have, and you might not know how to do this as well as I do. So I'll help you out. It's okay. That's why we have this channel. This is why we're here, so we can all get together and we can share things that make us better motorcycle riders, dual sport motorcycle riders. This is just one of them things. So first of all, you gotta have a place to keep it. You know, like I got a shed. She never looks in the shed, so I can stash it in the shed, right? But yeah, I know not all of you have that. You gotta have a good riding buddy. This is what one of the most important things that a riding buddy can do is just give you a place to stash your motorcycle so your wife don't find out. Man, doesn't that suck? You see a little Jeep Liberty or Patriot or something coming up your trails, like you're like, man, I'm cool, I'm awesome, I'm going down my trail, this is a badass trail. Then you see like a car like that, you're just kind of honking up and you're like, oh man, I'm just lame, aren't I? So anyways, yeah, like CDS Ferry, like when he's let me stash bikes, he let Ned stash a bike at his house, and you know, it works out. You know, nobody has to know about it. You know, the weird thing is, like every time we come back to get one of them bikes, it's always dirtier than when we left it. CDS feller says that there's like a weird weather pattern that kind of blows a lot of dirt through his garage. That doesn't really explain why none of the other bikes are dirtier, but whatever. So yeah, your bottom line, you gotta have a place to hide a bike if you're gonna get a bike without your wife knowing. All right, now, okay, I hear you. How in the hell am I gonna pay for a bike without my wife knowing? Okay, well, okay, so there's a few little tactics here. One is, you might have to get a cheaper bike. You know, it's kind of hard for her to know if a whole bunch of money is missing, right? If you're gonna go buy a KTM, she's gonna notice that, okay? She can notice that, right? If you're gonna buy an old XR like this, she might not notice that. You can maybe put a little aside here and there, right? It can happen. The other thing is, really, if you're not doing that, this is not a motorcycle thing, this is in general. If you don't have an executive account, y'all need to get you an executive account. Y'all know what the executive account is, right? The executive account is the account that you have that your wife don't know about, right? So basically, she's gonna find out about that motorcycle. She don't never need to know about the executive account, okay? You get yourself an executive account. Most of y'all got direct deposit, right? Okay, so your direct deposit, you just put a little bit, you know, just like, you know, $25, $50, something she won't notice, into the executive account, right? You know, and then after 6 months, you put another 50 bucks in there. Ratchet it up a little bit at a time. Here's a great thing. When you get a raise, you get a raise, right? So you save up money with your executive account, you go, you get the bike, you put it in your buddy's garage for a little while. You know, and here's the other thing. Time heals all wounds, right? Like what sounds better? Honey, I just bought a motorcycle even though you don't want me to have one. Or, what the hell's that? That's my motorcycle. When'd you get that? I don't know, like 2 years ago? How come I'm just now finding out about it? I don't know. I guess you don't give me enough attention. See? You definitely want to go with the second one. You know, mostly because, hey, if she hadn't noticed in 2 years that money was gone or that you've been riding that motorcycle, then apparently it doesn't matter, does it? Right? Now, if you just got it 5 minutes ago, then it's an unknown. You don't know how bad that's going to be, right? You got nothing. But if you've been riding it for a while, even if you've only been riding it for 6 months, you can say, hey, I've been riding it for 6 months. It hadn't been that bad, okay? Chill. A little sketchy, man. If I can get the suspension and the tires dialed in on this a lot better, and I'm pretty sure I can since I've done nothing so far, this thing's going to be awesome. I mean, it's got like really good mid and low end torque. You can just kind of like all these little puddles, you can just like launch out of them. The other piece of advice I can give you on this is brand loyalty. Like let's say you got yourself a YZ250 that you like riding, and you're like, I think I want a 4-stroke, and I think I kind of want a 450. Well, get your WR450F. Don't go getting a CRF. Don't do that, because what she knows is that you got a blue bike, right? Get yourself another blue bike. But she won't notice. Especially if you can hide the first blue bike at your buddy's house for a while, she'll never know. Just do that. So that's what you got to do if your wife don't want you to have a motorcycle or another motorcycle, is get that executive account going, save up some money that she don't need to know about, all right? Then go buy that bike without her knowing about it, stash it at your buddy's house or something, put off her finding out about it as long as you can, so that it seems a little less painful whenever she does figure it out. And when she finds out about that bike, that's when you can tell her, hey, look, like, I know this is hard, but we're going to come back from this stronger, which was why I did it in the first place, so we could have a stronger foundation of trust in our marriage when this is all said and done. I bought that bike and I didn't tell you about it because I love you. You can share this video if you have to, right? And then whenever she kind of gets over that and the dust settles, then go buy another bike, the exact same color. You don't need to tell her about that one either. And you can just kind of keep doing this and eventually your marriage will get stronger and stronger. And you can thank me for it. Y'all have a good week. Over and out. Thanks for watching the video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Those actions go a long way to helping me out and to encouraging me to make more videos. Links are in the description for how you can find me on Facebook, Twitter, and other sites and apps. Y'all have a good week. Over and out.